Rules, rules, rules. Who wants to follow them? Well, we can make our chatbots follow some rules to help our subscribers. And I'm going to show you how to do that now.
We'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands.
All right, let's get started here. Talking about a new feature, ManyChat Rules. And today I am going to go over 3 different ways you can use this. There's many different ways you can do that. Many. Miguel, the CEO of ManyChat, has posted a blog post, I believe, on the ManyChat website. And so you can read it. He's got some other ideas. Today we're going to cover the birthday follow-up and a quiz follow-up. So you can keep the person on track for the quiz. And we're going to offer redemption, and that you can send them a request to give you a review. Now, a lot of these, though I don't know about the birthday one, the other ones we could do with sequences. Now, obviously, we have a rule, which is a lot easier to set up, and you don't have to subscribe them. It just automatically happens. So we're going to get started here. First, we're going to do the birthday message. So for this one, I am going to set this up. Today is 7/3. I'm going to set it up for the 4th, 7/4, as my birthday. So it should fire off tomorrow. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up, first of all, what I did is I created a birthday flow just to ask for the birth date. There we go. A first name, when is your birthday? And then I'll start an HS birthday as a date. Then I created another message, birthday message. It says, happy birthday, Jeff. Have a great day. And so those are the 2 flows I have for the birthday, or it could be any date. It could be an anniversary date, could be a follow-up, some kind of date, maybe an appointment. And so you're sending a thank you, a year later, an anniversary of a meeting. And then what we do is we set up a rule. And the rule is birthday message. And what we're going to do, and I'll set it up down here like I have it up here. So we're going to go date and time based trigger. We're going to change this to HS birthday. And we're going to go back and we're going to change, actually after, we're going to make it at the day of the birthday and then you can pick what time. This is assuming midnight, 1 a.m. through noon through 11 p.m. And then what you do is click on here and say, this event repeats every year. And so every time on their birthday or the anniversary, they're going to get a message from you. So I'm going to delete that. I'm just going to go with this one. It's active. And then the message, what we're going to do over here, we'll go back. We're going to do action. We're going to scroll down to start a flow, which is new. As far as an action, it's not in the regular builder as of yet, but it is here where we can do the action here, start a flow. That's what I did up here. And then I just went back and selected the one I had already created that we went through over here. And so I just selected that, like that, and then that's the same thing here. I'm going to delete that one. So we're all set. And so we should, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this Go over here in birthday. Let's do edit, preview. So I'm going to pick my birthday. What I'm going to do is pick tomorrow, Wednesday, July 4th. Or actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back. I can't change it. See if I say OK. If I go into my audience, I go change this, and I delete the field. Clear the field. I'm going to go back. I'm going to run this again. Here we go. What I want to do is pick my birthday, say in the past, like I would be, 57 years old. And I'm just going to go back a few years. I want to test it, that it should send it tomorrow. So the 4th. Okay, and I'm going to go C. CS birth, or HS birth date. There it is. HS birth date, July 4th, 2013. So we have the rule. What else did I get? Nothing. I have the rule set up to at the day of, and I put the 4th at 9 a.m. This event repeats every year, so it should fire off tomorrow. All right, so it is, we're going to check on this birthday message the next day. I set up, so on July 4th at 9 a.m. that I would get a birthday message. We did enter, if you remember, entered the birth date as July 4th, 2013. So it was in the past, just like you would on any other birthday. Wanted to see if it would work right away today. And there it is. Happy birthday, Jeff. We have the message got sent out at 9 a.m. just like we had the rule set up to do. So that's the birthday campaign where you can set it up. It can be for any date. Like I said, it could be anniversary, birthday. They bought a house, kind of an anniversary, any type of thing like that. And then you can send them a message in Messenger. Say, hey, I remember. So that's number one. Number two is we're going to look at a quiz. If I go back out here, I created a quiz. Here's the quiz, and then I created flows. Quiz 1, quiz 2, follow-up 1, follow-up 2. And I'll kind of explain what that entails. So first, the quiz just starts off, and what I do is I set a tag that they started the quiz. And then I just say, hey, ready for the quiz? Yes, I am. And then I send them to question number 1, flow. And in question number 1, flow, we're just going to ask them, how tall are you? And then once they answer, we're going to tag with a question, a tag for question tall. And then we're going to send you to I have to start another flow. Once they're done, need to go to question 2. Question 2. All right. And actually, we're going to do that here. Move that over. There we go. All right. So I got that all organized, and it's going to go to question 2 after question 1 is done. Now, the rule, we're going to set up a rule, is if they don't answer this question, that we're going to send them a message saying, hey, do you want us to send you back to see you didn't finish the quiz? Do you want to go back to question number 1? We're going to go back over here and look at the rules for question number 1. And this is going to fire off after the quiz starts. Basically what I did is I grabbed the trigger, and I'll go through the trigger setup here. I'm just going to do it over down on the bottom. I'm going to say 1 minute after, it doesn't scroll, last seen. So last seen, and what last seen is when a message comes up and they see it, and I believe it's once they interact. At least I was testing this as far as the last seen, last interaction. And it seems that you have to interact to trigger the last seen. So far, that's what I've found. What I'm going to do is, so that's what I set up. And then what I did is I conditioned on the tags. And I'm not going to do that right here. I'm just going to delete that. So you can see that. What I set up is a tag. So it started the quiz. Let's go back here and we're going to look at quiz. So what I did is I tagged them to start the quiz. So I know that they've gone to here and either they said, yes, I'm going to question 1 or I'm not. Either way, they're going to be sent this because they're tagged to start the quiz, but they haven't done question number 1. Now I've added another tag because you have to be very cautious with using last seen, especially if you're using a bunch of these, because they'll cross-fire because basically it just says last seen. It's not connected to this flow, the quiz flow. Not connected to that. It's just last seen. What's the last seen they've seen in the bot or in Messenger? So it's going to fire other ones. I've been testing this with other flows, and I just put last seen, and all of a sudden it's firing off from this one's firing off in some other sequence. So you got to be very careful with these rules that they don't overlap. And so what I did is I created another question 1 follow-up already. So within this flow, question 1 follow-up, I'm adding a tag question 1 follow-up already, just meaning that I'm sending this out, so they already have it. They've already been followed up with on question number 1 once before. So that this only fires off once when we do it. So let's do this. I'm going to fire this off. Quiz. Preview. Open Messenger. So we're going to open in Messenger. Are you ready for the quiz? Yes, I am. And now I'm not going to answer anything. Just going to let it sit. And see what happens here. All right. So we're going to go back, kind of talk about this a little bit more. So I covered that. So we're not going to fire off. I should go look at the audience, see where we're at as far as me. TR start quiz. So I have the first tag that's going to satisfy this, and I don't have this one, and I don't have that one. So he should fire off once. Now, I'm just going to back out. We're going to go look at number 3's. I'm going to start looking at the next one. We're waiting for this message to come up. The third one is going to be on redemption, on coupon redemption. So what I'm going to do is coupon redemption and then feedback. So what we're going to do, oh, here we are. Hey, Jeff, so you haven't answered question number 1. Do you want to go back to this question? If so, tap the button below. So that fired off, the rule fired off. And if we go into audience, there it is, question follow-up already. So this way I won't get this question again, because when I was testing this, I just left this like this. And if you look, I'll go back up here. Yeah, it was doing it. It repeated it twice because I would be sent, or actually didn't. If I just left it this way, I didn't get sent this again. But if I said, yep, question number 1, it comes up, it will send it again. Now it won't. And that's up to you. What you could do is if you say question number 1, what you could do is in question number 1, you could start off and take the already seen. So what you could do is, let's do that. We're going to add this, add that. We're going to put this up here. We're going to do this. I'm going to say remove tag question follow-up there. So that way I'll take that tag off. So if I already have, let me see this. I already have the start quiz and I already have this. Right now it's asking me, hey, do you want to go back to question number 1? So if I click on that and I say, yeah, let's go back to question number 1. How tall are you? We go back here to the audience. There it is. I took that flag off, or I mean the tag off, that now this rule should fire off again. Because I had this saying that I already had it. So those are the things that you really have to be careful, especially, it depends on what you're using up here as a trigger. You know, you could trigger certain things. This is going to time delay the trigger. You can't, let's say, tag applied. And this is an or condition on the trigger. It's not an and, it's an or. And I don't think you can change it to and. So you don't want to, let's say, tag start quiz. And isn't question number 1. Well, of course, you haven't answered question number 1 when you got tags. So, and there's no delay. Would it be nice if there's a delay? I mean, let's say tag applied. And then you could delay the action. That'd be kind of cool. But you can't do that right now. There's no way to delay the action at all. So I'm not going to add that. I'm not going to add that. I'm just going to leave that. And now it fired off again. There it is. And now I should be able to go see, yep, already. So that's how you would do it. You have to keep putting the tags on and stuff, but that way the rules will keep going out there and you can keep people going. You don't have to use sequences anymore. You can use this. So now we're going to go on to number 3. I know I was going to, and then all of a sudden we got backtracked back to number 2. We'll go to number 3, and we're going to look at feedback and coupon redemption. So let's say you have a coupon that you're getting redeemed. And let's just make sure I don't have any of the tags. No, I don't. We're good. And we're going to go back out. So I'm going to fire this one off. And basically what it is so you have a coupon redemption and you want to get a review. How did we do? Can you let us know what you think? And so now you can fire off a review after they redeem their coupon, say at the restaurant, wherever, and find out how you did. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to do preview. So here it is. Hey, Jeff, let's say, hey, Jeff, here's your coupon. To redeem, tap the button below. So once I redeem it, what I did is I created another rule that's based on last seen again. Like I said, there is multiple things you can do. Let's say like the birthday one was time sensitive. You can trigger things when, you can trigger things when a tag is applied. You can trigger things when a tag is removed. You can subscribe to a sequence, unsubscribe to a sequence, or when a custom field is changed. And you can say, okay, when this one changes, you can say a whole bunch of things. Has changed greater than, has changed greater than equals, have changed less than, has changed is empty. So anything like that on a custom field, you could do that. Delete that one. Let's go trigger. Obviously, you know what subscribe and unsubscribe to sequence are. Tag applied or tag removed. Tag removed. And we're just going to put a tag removed. So that's going to be a condition. And then you can fire off an action. So they're pretty straightforward, but they're going to be immediate. That's the one thing, is they're going to be immediate action that's going to be taken right after something happens. Here, we're actually can delay the things so that you can keep the conversation going, those types of things, or you can trigger it by a date and those kind of things. So let's do this. Let's go back. Here's the feedback. So it's going to be when it's redeemed. And I haven't redeemed anything. Oh, let's go back here. And isn't TR feedback, meaning that I've already given feedback. And so in the flow for the feedback, I am tagging already sent. So I'm only going to get it once. And then at the end, I gave feedback. So we're going to tag them that they gave us the feedback so we don't have to ask them again. One of the things I do want to point out real quick before I go on is like the quiz, or even though I haven't broken up the coupon redemption or the birthday because they're smaller, but the quiz, I broke them up into small flows so that you can send them back to that flow. So if I go into question 1 follow-up, what I'm doing is I'm sending them back to the question 1 flow that I have right here. And the question 2 follow-up, I'm sending them back to question 2. So as I've seen people create these huge, humongous flows, you're not going to be able to do this. You're not going to be able to send them back. So break up your flows into small chunks within let's say a quiz, especially. Someplace that you want to be able to go back to different points in it. Make sure you're breaking it up into smaller flows. Let's go back to the coupon redemption or the feedback. So now we have this. I'm going to say redeem. Thanks for redeeming your offer. So at this point, my audience, me, TR redeem. So I've redeemed my offer. I'm in the restaurant. I'm at the gym. I'm at the spa. I said redeem. Boom. Redeemed it. And I'm doing things, whatever. And so you could delay this longer. I just did 1 minute so we could test this. You could delay it a lot longer. You could delay it for an hour. It all depends, I think, on the business and how long before you want to say, hey, how did it go? I mean, obviously, if they're redeeming, let's say they're at a restaurant or someplace they're paying at the register, they redeem their offer. Well, now they're leaving. And so you could probably ask them pretty quickly after that. So let's see, isn't the feedback, isn't that? So we should be getting that soon. Let's see, what else can I go over? All right, there we go. There we go. Thanks for redeeming your offer, Jeff. Actually, I got repeated. Kind of the same thing. Would you mind rating our experience in Messenger? I'm going to say, yeah, it was a 5. Now you could say your experience with, at the restaurant or whatever. Could you share one thing that made us a 5-star? And so what I do is I substitute what they picked into here, and I'm going to say food. And then I have a little balloon on the phone. It will explode with balloons. On here, it does not. So this fired off. Now we're going to go back to the audience. TR feedback sent already. So I have both of those. So this is true and this is false. So it will not fire again. Here we go. TR feedback, and I should have that as well. TR feedback sent, and TR redeemed. Yep, those are the 3 that were redeemed feedback, and that's so actually once they get feedback. Now the thing is the reason I have 2 different ones is 1, they gave us the feedback, 2 is I sent it. So you want to make sure, if they got sent TR feedback to give feedback, but they never filled it out, you're going to tag them right up front saying this would be false because they would be tagged. So it's not going to send it over and over and over, because this thing will do that. It can send it over and over as you're interacting. Last seen is not connected to this flow, to a specific flow. It's connected to the whole bot. So just be warned that you definitely have to control that. Otherwise, you're going to get some crosstalk with different messages depending on if you're using like last seen stuff. So just be very careful that you test it out and things aren't kind of shooting off left and right. Well, that concludes our video for today on the ManyChat Rules feature. We looked at 3 different ways we could use it. 1 with a birthday, anniversary date, whatever, where we could send a message out on that day or prior to that day every year to wish them a happy birthday or happy anniversary. We looked at also the second one, we looked at where we could keep a quiz going, where if they don't answer one question, we can send them a reminder to keep on going through that quiz. And number 3 is when a coupon's redeemed, we can actually send them a message to get a review. How did we do? 3 great ways of using the ManyChat rules. There's many, many more ways you can use it. And if you have any questions or comments on what we covered today, or if you'd like to see some other ones in a video or ways that you're using them, please comment down below. I'd be happy to answer them, and I'd really like to see what you guys may be using this for. As always, like the video, share it across the world, subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any future videos. Down in the description, I do have a link to a great course. It's all about dynamic content and how to integrate outside data into ManyChat. Take a look at it. It's a great course. As always, I will see you next week in the next video.